It is time to make the sound to summon the stream. Sorry for the slight delay there. Wow, whoa, 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 whoa. Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Coil Quickcard, and welcome back to Pokemon Soul Silver Nuzlocke. Hold on. Okay, Cole, I got your list. I will review that more thoroughly later. Okay. Controls are working. Audio levels look good. Everything is where it should be. I think we're good. Well, hello, everyone. Hello again. Hello, Cole. Hello, Aubrey. Welcome back to my second stream of Pokemon Soul Silver as part of my Pokemon Gen 1 through 4's Remake Nuzlocke Out Challenge, where I am Nuzlocking my way through Fire Red, Soul Silver, Alpha Sapphire, and Brilliant Diamond, but any Pokemon that I acquire in any game are completely locked out of use for all future titles. Last time, we started here in Soul Silver. Oh my god, Ethan, shut the hell up. Last time, we started Soul Silver, and, to put it simply, it has not gone well. At all. It has not gone well at all. This is a combination of a few factors. One of those factors is that the random wheel decided that I would start with Chikorita. And whatever my putting on airs of confidence last time might have suggested, the simple fact is, Chikorita is a liability in challenge runs. Like, it's just objectively a liability. Oh boy. If the wheel chooses a locked starter, what happens? That is not possible, since each of those generations has different starters. I just want to make sure that the wheel is functional in case we need it again. Okay, yes it is. The second major limiting factor... Hold on, people in the family group chat dropped like 9 messages in the last 20 seconds. There, okay. That should be enough to satisfy them for now. The second of the major factors that was a problem is that in Gen 2, most of the Pokemon that you can find on the routes are actually just from Gen 1. And a lot of Pokemon from Gen 1 are actually locked out. If you check the description of this video, you will actually find a list of all the Pokemon that are actually locked out for this run already. And it is not a small list, and it is just going to keep getting bigger. In fact, there are 77 Pokemon on that list already. 77! Out of 251. That is a lot of locked out Pokemon. And then we had an absolutely terrible time with Whitney and our rival, and we are currently down to merely 3 Pokemon. Annie C, Isotope, and Eepee. Now, in between episodes, I did what I said I would do, and I did grind up to get a Moonstone. So at the very least, we do have a Nidoqueen. And that is really, really good. But today, we're going to have to be dealing with a bit of a numbers problem. See, there are 8 HMs in this game. We need those HMs in order to progress. Luckily, in Soul Silver, we will get access to the move deleter once we are able to reach Blackthorn City. So that'll be okay. And fortunately, Annie can actually learn Surf and Rock Smash, which is really going to help. Having this access to a move as strong as Surf this early on is absolutely fantastic. And... come on, move over, Rock Smash, let's go. Okay. Admittedly, it does mean that we are losing 2 move slots, but that's okay. It's going to be alright. So, I have also, and I will bring up the monitor display so I can actually show this. I have prepared... there we go. A checklist. So I am also easily able to track all of the different locations and the things that I get on those routes to make sure that I don't rehash anything that I go across. So I will be able to easily track where I have and I haven't been and make little notes as we come up with strategies about where to actually look for different Pokemon. So, I am absolutely ready. Oh! Hold on. I should also make sure to bring up my sprite list here. All of those... there we go. The animated sprites. Okay. So the first thing we're going to check today is the National Park, which we did not check last time. And encounters during the day is 30% Weedle, 30% Kakuna, and 25% Sunkern. So the only thing on here that's locked is Pidgey. So hopefully we do not get that 1 out of 6, roughly 1 out of 6, and get a Pidgey. Okay, it is a Weedle. That is good news. And we're just going to go straight for the balls. And Cole has suggested our first nickname of the day, Needle. Alright. So Weedle's name is going to be... Needle. Needle the Weedle. Aubrey, you've got next name. And I will mark that off of my list here. National Park has been acquired, and the Pokemon was Weedle. And going to adjust the background color on that so I know to update. Then we need to grab the sprite. Okay, grab Weedle. And update slot 4 with a Weedle. And there we go. Weedle has been officially added to the team. Now that we have Rock Smash, we can move on to the Burnt Tower and make sure that we gain access to Morty. I should probably bring up my gym leaders for reference here. Let's see. Silver. And specifically, I want the... probably... Let's see. Where is... No, ideally I want the... the Bulbapedia entry, so I can actually see what his full team has. Nope. That is the rematch teams. Where the hell are the non-rematch teams? Where is there a list of those? Okay. Morty, Soul Silver. Here he is. Okay. So, Ghastly, level 21. Haunter, level 21. Another Haunter, level 23. And then a level 25 Gengar with Shadow Ball and Sucker Punch. So, the Ghastly and the two Haunters all know Curse. The Ghastly and the second Haunter also run Mean Look. And the other Haunter has Hypnosis Dream Eater Nightmare combo. Okay. Ooh. Okay. That is actually extremely problematic. Those are very powerful Pokemon. Honestly, Hoot Hoot might be the play. Because at least I'll be immune to Shadow Ball. What happens if we wipe? We have to start all over again. All the Pokemon we've locked for Gen 2 get unlocked and we have to restart Gen 2. That's what happens if we wipe. And I would really prefer not to do that because that takes work and I really don't want to actually have to put in any effort. Because I'm lazy. Hoot Hoot will evolve at level 20. That means it could potentially get Confusion at least. Yeah, Confusion is about the only thing Hoot Hoot gets. I thought you have to go from Kanto. No, we're not. Once you finish a game, it's locked out. We're not going to restart the entire thing. Eepee also can't fall asleep, so he completely negates everything except the Nightmare and Curse. No, the Curse strategy. So yes, I do think Noctowl is going to be... I do think Noctowl is the play to beat Morty. Let's grab some super potions. Alright, and now let's go knock out the rest of the Burn Tower real quick. Sure, Repel. Why not? So, once we are ready for the gym leader, we will pop up our rare candies. The max level of Morty's team Oh, you didn't even need Rock Smash to get in here. His highest level Pokemon is 25, so that's where we're going to be going. And here's Usine. Yes, Usine, thank you. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I can actually get in here for now. Although, I wouldn't mind grabbing a random item. Coughing! Hey, Coughing, meet Surf. Go, fast forward button! Go, fast forward button! Good job, Annie. Annie wants to learn Body Slam. Honestly, I'll take that over Poison Sting. Hell yeah. So, I've got my iced tea today. We've got a Mint Medley iced tea. And I've also got a Hot Earl Grey. Hello, Rattata. I don't think there's anything over there that matters to me. The encounter rate in this game, I swear to God. Okay. Wait, do I still need to talk to Morty, or did Morty leave? Okay, Morty left. Yeah, this tower is locked out. So, last time we locked out routes 29 through 39. The Burn Tower, Dark Cave, Ekritique City, Ilex Forest, Mount Mortar, New Bark Town, Ruins of Alph, Slowpoke Well, Sprout Tower, Union Cave, and Violet City. Those are all the locations that we locked out last time. Okay. So, I think we're basically going to have to rely on Annie to just sort of surf us through to Morty. But as long as we can reach Morty, we're gonna be fine. Hello. Okay, yeah. Level 16 Ghastly, that's fine. 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 Boy, that sure was a hard fight. That is an annoying gym. Okay, level 20 Haunters, that's a bit tougher. That's fine. Okay, the crit there actually mattered. Come on. Cool. Sucker Punch, that's fine. Surf, that's fine. Annie is now level 25. Feeling a little nervous about it. Okay. Surf. And we surf. And we surf. And we surf. There we go. Okay, so this is where... Nope. That's not where the path was. That's fine. Oh, you're right. This place does still have a neat arena. Thank you. You're right. That must be corrected immediately. Nido Queen. Hold on. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to make sure that we have this This... What the hell even is Nidorina? What are they? Are they... rodents of some kind? Their features are definitely more mammalian than lizard. You think it's just generic kaiju? It could just be generic kaiju. Hello, noob! Welcome! We are doing Morty's Gym. You know, maybe the Pokedex will actually enlighten me about what the hell these things are. Because I'm genuinely curious. Poison Pin... It definitely suggests... I think it's the ears. Like, there's nothing about those ears that suggests reptile. Alright. That is the gym leader. My dear, dear viewers. It is time. Ooh, replace with reflect. That would... You know what? We are going to take reflect. Right, that's my B button, not my A button. Okay, so I guess we're not getting reflect. Is that the full team? Yes, it is. And this level, it learns Confusion. Yes, learn Confusion. And... Ooh, he has Uproar, too. Okay. Hold on. I think we're actually in a pretty good position for this. What happened to the other Mons? They're all dead. I think you left before our rival battle. And in the rival battle, we lost 2 Pokemon. This is all we have left. Alright, Beedrill. And Needle was only just caught this morning, so... Yeah, the situation is a little desperate. But we do at least have Twin Needle on our Beedrill now. Rage... It's still better than String Shot. Pursuit. Honestly, Pursuit's better than Rage. Too bad Twin Needle is ass. Well, if it's a difference between using a move that's ass and losing the run, I'll use the move that's ass. But more importantly, in this generation, it learns Toxic Spikes. Now that could be genuinely helpful. Okay. We have our team. And it's basically going to come down to Eepee. The only thing we really have to worry about are the curses and Gengar's Sucker Punch. Yes, Beedrill has not a good nature. But 10% difference at low levels is not going to be particularly meaningful. Alright, here it comes. This is the big one. It's good of you to have come. Here in Ecruteak, Pokemon have long been revered. It's said that a rainbow-hued Pokemon will come down to appear before a truly powerful trainer. I believed that tale, so I have secretly trained here all my life. Or we could just give him a really bad voice. I believe that tale, so I've secretly trained here all my life. As a result, I can now see what others cannot. I see a shadow of the person who will make the Pokemon appear. I believe that person is me. Oh, stoner voice? I believe that person is me. You're going to help me, like, reach that level. Okay, Morty went through 3 distinct personalities there. Probably fine. Let's kick some ass. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we get started, I have to update the sprites, so that if we die, it will at least look appropriate. So let's grab the Beedrill sprite and the Noctowl sprite. Noctowl, gotcha. Okay, updating the list. Slot 4 is Beedrill. You know what, Beedrill can just look real big right now. Beedrill's just gonna do a dance to cheer us on. Look how excited Beedrill is. Look at that. Look at that. Dance for us, Beedrill! Hell yeah! See, Beedrill knows what's up. Everybody cheer on Beedrill. Confusion. Alright, Ghastly goes down in 1. Okay, this is the level 21 Haunter. I believe that's the Sleep Strat Haunter. Yes, it is. So the only thing this thing can do is Hypnosis and Curse. But Hypnosis can't put me to sleep because of my ability. Curse is its only option. It may take 2 Confusions to kill. No, okay. Sleep Strat Haunter has been killed in a single crit. Okay, he's going straight into Gengar. Gengar's got Hypnosis, which can't hurt me. Shadow Ball, which can't hurt me. Mean Look, which won't hurt me. His only move is Sucker Punch. Okay. Hold on. The only damage-dealing move Gengar can do to me is Sucker Punch. But I am genuinely concerned as to how much damage Sucker Punch might do. But Sucker Punch won't hit me unless I'm using a move that deals damage. So I can use Hypnosis until he falls asleep, and there's literally nothing he can do to hurt me until it works. Then I can safely Confusion him while he's asleep. This Gengar is completely locked down. This Noctowl is the perfect counter for Morty's entire team. Quite literally the most ideal counter there is. Okay. I assume he'll go for heals. Yep, Citrus Berry. And now we just go back into Hypnosis. Yep, he tries Hypnosis too, but it can't work on me. Good Earl Grey this morning. And we're back to Confusion strats. I believe he dies in 2 Confusions, but Morty should have a healing item. I don't know how to feel about Chimecho. You don't have to feel anything about Chimecho. It's okay for Chime Echo to just exist and not have any real feelings about it. Alright, we got crit. All that leaves is his other Haunter, and the other Haunter is actually kind of dangerous. It is level 23. It also has Sucker Punch and Curse, but it also has Nightshade. So this Haunter can actually hurt me. Yeah, I know. I saw Mega Chime Echo. It's okay to just not have a feeling about it. If there's one thing I have definitely learned from the last 2 Legends games... Okay, Haunter kills itself. We beat Morty. If there's one thing I've learned from the last 2 Legends games, it is that we really need to see the Mega's animations in order to fully appreciate them in their full contexts. I think Mega Starmie is a great example of that. Okay, badges! We have cleared that, and we go up to badge number 4. You know what? This was all thanks to Beedrill. Thank you, Beedrill, for cheering us on. We're going to shrink you down and put you into your normal slot now. I cannot believe the Knock Towel was the perfect counter. I mean, holy crap. That was so beautiful. If we had not had Eepee, it is very possible that we would have wiped. All hail Eepee, for he is the harbinger of our success. But more importantly, we can now surf. We can surf. That means we have a few options. Okay. No, not that one. Which town is it? It's, Cherry Grove. We did not get an encounter in Cherry Grove, and Cherry Grove has water. Let's see. Surfing in Cherry Grove is just Tentacool and Tentacruel, so that doesn't really help. We could head to Route 42 and get a grass encounter there. Morning encounters won't help. Night encounters won't help. Okay, so there is... Hold on. Okay. Surfing in Route 42, 90% chance Goldeen, 10% chance Sea King. Okay, that's our play. Because we desperately are going to need a waterfall user. Okay. So we need to go get a water encounter on Route 42. Yes, Aubrey, you will be up to name the fish, assuming that we do successfully capture the fish. We need Whirlpool users. Good point. Hold on. Are Goldeen and Sea King able to learn Whirlpool? Yes. Yes, they can. Okay, good. So this is actually one of the most important catches of the entire game. We need Pokemon that are able to learn Whirlpool and Surf. Also, there is the HM for Strength. Name the fish Fish. Aubrey gets to name it. Alright, here is our Route 42 encounter. Undyne. Okay, Undyne the Goldeen, who is level 23. I absolutely do not want to use Poison Sting or Twin Needle. We're just gonna drop a nice, easy pursuit. Oh, God damn it, Needle! I got a feeling this won't be Undyne the Undying. Given the importance of this fish, it is unlikely to ever see combat, to be quite frank. We're going to let Annie stand in front of it, just for safety. I have to get this fish. We're going for the Great Ball. Okay. We did, in fact, capture Goldeen. And we're going to make sure we get the sprite specifically for female Goldeen, since female Goldeen has a smaller horn. Alright, Goldeen has now... Safety, yes. It's half ground, but this Goldeen doesn't have anything that is able to meaningfully damage or threaten it. Damn it, I didn't do the name. Where's the Name Raider? I'm pretty sure we already have access to Name Raider. Yeah, Purple Yellow Tent in Goldenrod City. Alright, we'll run there and we'll do that. Noob, you are on next Pokemon naming. See, I've relied on Goldeens enough. The only thing it really had was Water Pulse, and Nidoqueen can soak even crit Water Pulses and be fine. From a level 23 Goldeen, not a problem. Alright, so quick run back to Goldenrod. Just so we can name this thing real quick. And then we will be proceeding to Olivine City, where we are going to be picking up the all-important Good Rod. Yeah, it's going to be called Undyne. Did I lose my cut user? Or did I put it back on to somebody? Okay, I did lose it. Cut. Yes, we are teaching Cut to Needle. And we are getting rid of Poison Sting. Cool. Don't wait too long. It's going to take as long as it takes. I cannot force it to happen faster than it is going to take. Alright. This one looks pretty easy. Just a series of balls. As we've established in this run, one of my primary second objectives is to deball the Johto region. So that means we are taking down all the Apricorns and killing all the Voltorbs and the Electrodes. We are going to make sure this region is properly castrated for the safety of everyone. I believe this is Name Raider. Goldeen. Goldeen is not a nickname, so yes, it can be better. It is now Undyne, the Undying Goldfish. Perfect. And while we are at it, we are going to teach it Surf. Instead of Flail. Alright. Olivine City. Spears of Justice starts playing. Yeah. Go ahead and fight me. Magmar. You are no match for Annie. Told ya. Surf. Nope, don't want to talk to you. Quill, would you eat hardtack? Probably not for enjoyment, but I'm always happy to experience something once. Alright, so Aubrey, Cole, make sure you let Noob know when we have a Pokemon for them to name. Let them know it is their turn, and give them the species and the gender of the Pokemon that we encounter. I think he means when we actually find the Pokemon. Cool. Ladybug doesn't really matter. There's a fair number of bird keepers. Let's bring up our information on Chuck. Since Chuck is the next leader. I typed Chuck into Bulbapedia to search for his page. And the second recommended search, Chuck's wife. Oof. That's rough there, Chuck. Okay, so he only runs 2 Pokemon, but they are level 29 and 31. A Primeape and a Poliwrath. His signature move is Focus Punch, which is easy enough to work around. The real problem is that Poliwrath, which does know Surf and also has Hypnosis and Body Slam. Okay. Oh my god, Ethan, stop calling me. Bruh, it's not gonna happen. I'm like 12. I'm not interested. Okay. Morty might be harder than Truck. In the normal course of things, I would agree. But I think I've lost like 4 Nuzlocke attempts to Chuck. And also that fighting type gym leader in Gen 3. Fighting type gym leaders honestly kind of scare me. Okay, so someone here is the fishing guru. Okay. So we now have the ability to fish. This can be crucial as we go forward. Let's evaluate Route 40. Route 40... standard surfing is just Tentacool and Tentacruel. Good Rod... Good Rod is... Good Rod is 37% crabby. Or we could wait until the second half of the game to get Krabby, Corsola, or Kingler guaranteed from the Super Rod. Or even a Staryu. I'm actually going to make a note that we are going to save Olivine for Super Rod. Since we're in a decent condition right now. I don't think there's any way to have an encounter in Olivine City unless we can fish off of the dock here? No. Okay. I think that means it's just Lighthouse time. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, okay, the surf route there. The surf route there. There might be a way to get something. But we need to super repel it. How does fishing work in this? There's 3 rods. An old rod, a good rod, and a super rod. They all catch different Pokemon at different levels, and at different rates. Okay, so... how do you get over there? Curious. Did they put rock climb? Oh, it's rock climb. Okay, they put rock climb in this version. That's why. Wait, headbutt, headbutt. Okay. Yes. Okay, we can definitely headbutt in Olivine. So I assume it's running the standard headbutt table. It actually isn't listing any headbutt tables for this. The Gift Shuckle is definitely the one I'm going for in Cyanwood. So there might not be any Pokemon available to headbutt here at all. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna climb up the tower then. Lighthouse time. Excuse me. Nidoqueen is well positioned to handle things here. Cool. No, I don't want to just hand out my phone number to old men asking for it, okay? That's not okay. Poliwag, that's fine. Body Slam. Poliwhirl, Body Slam. Good. No! Stop asking for this child girl's number. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Pidgey. You know, it was a different time back then. And I think it's really important to understand that the times were different. You know, there were different social expectations, there were different social conventions, and it was still not cool to randomly ask small girls you just met for their phone numbers, okay? Growlithe, a perfect target for Surf. Growlithe. Nice. Hello. Hello, Meryl. Body Slam. Body Slam. TM for Swagger. Woohoo! Take me away, elevator. Thank you. Super Potion. Did the elevator not work until now? Nah, just wanted to get a few fights in. But we have no means to actually access that. Okay. What am I missing? There it is. Okay. This is some of the coolest stuff that you can do with 2D sprites, I think. Just playing with perspective like this, I absolutely love it when sprite games do that stuff. Did that child just jump out of the window? Yeah, but it's fine. Look, this is a normal reaction to being a 12-year-old girl and repeatedly having old men that you've just met ask for your phone number. It's not a healthy reaction, but it's an understandable one. Let's go. Fearow. And Fearow's dead. Spearow, and it's dead. Okay. Lighthouse. Just thinking of certain games' bad ending song right now. Alright, Isotope hasn't really had a chance to shine today. Come on, Isotope. Poliwhirl, Magic Leaf. Use your weed cannon. Hello. This Pokemon always kept the sea lit at night? Yeah. Don't worry, I will go and get the medicine for you. Sweet. So we are basically going straight to our next gym battle now. Weed Cannon sounds like a band name. It probably is. So, how do I handle Chuck? I genuinely don't know. But I want to make sure that I save Route 40. So if we're going to save Route 40, I want to make sure that I super repel my way across it. Okay, let's go. Hello. Go, 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 go. Tentacool, that's fine. Toxic spikes, not a problem. Natural gift. What does that do? Oh, it does something based on the berry. Isotope does have Reflect. Reflect might be helpful. I think Noctowl has Aerial Ace by then. Route 41. And we are already at Cyanwood City. It is just that easy. Let's take a look at the encounters for Cyanwood. Oh. Hold on. Rock Smash is 90% Krabby or 10% Shuckle. No, still better to just take the gift Shuckle, I think. Okay. Let's do it. Let's... You know, it might be worth letting Eepee handle this. Eepee can't fall asleep, and Eevee does have confusion, and I think we'll have... Oh, dear God, that's a Hitmonlee. Okay. That is a Hitmonlee with an increased crit rate. Oh, shite. Okay. Annie, we're gonna let you take this. Oh my god. That's an attack-boosted, crit-boosted Hitmonlee. Oh dear god. Okay. That's one of the scariest things I've ever seen. Your special attack is still higher. Yeah, the power scaling in Gen 2 Johto is absolutely dumb. Okay. That could have been so much worse. Alright, we beat up Yoshi. Okay, I did not realize y'all were bringing that to the fight. Okay. In that case, there's a genuine possibility of running into a Hitmonchan with the elemental punches. So, we are not going to risk Eepee running into a Ice Punch or Thunder Punch. Cool. Let's go. What do you have? You have a Machop. That's fine. You have a Machoke. That's fine. Guys, I don't mean to alarm you all, but I think your gym leader is, drowning. You guys should probably look into that. Hitmonchan, there we go. So what do you bring to the fight? Fire Punch. Yeah, okay. He's running elemental punches. I'm actually going to risk EP on that one. There we go. Okay. Are they drowning or taking a bath? If that's the bath you need, you probably have bigger issues. Okay. We are going to turn the large winch. We now have access to Chuck. And that means it is time for the candies. So his ace is level 31. Takedown... No, Uproar is still better for your stat spread. Okay. Okay, he didn't actually learn a flying type move. Pen missile. Do I want a move that hits twice that might poison? Or do I want a move that can hit 2 to 5 times in a row? And has less accuracy? Yeah, I think I'll keep Twin Needle. Yeah, Johto has truly terrible scaling. Agility, don't need that. Isotope. But at least I'm rolling in here with some pretty significant power. Aqua Ring. Nah. Everyone gangster till Lance brings out megas. Cole and Aubrey, I actually have something I can tell you that I feel is going to shake you to your core and fill you with fear. There is one specific mega that is not in Pokemon Legends ZA at this time. Mega Rayquaza. And in the DLC, the Pokemon can scale above level 100. There is a genuine chance that we are going to have to go up against a level 150 or above Mega Rayquaza. True, Noob. I'm glad that you're here. True, those aren't there as well. But, yeah, genuine possibility that we would have to go up against a level 150 Mega Rayquaza. If I had to throw out a wild guess for the level cap, probably 200. Okay. So, what the hell do I do in this situation? Okay, it's a male Poliwrath, level 31, Hypnosis, Body Slam, Surf, and Focus Punch. He has 2 Hyper Potions. I think I need to lock this thing down. I think I have to play this with, like, an absolutely unfair situation. Okay, my only female Pokemon are Annie, who is weak to Poliwrath Surf, and Undyne, who is not evolved, and who I can't risk. So I can't go for an Attract Lockdown strat. Isotope's Magic Leaf can hit through Primeape's Double Team. So the only other damage-dealing move it can hit me with is Rock Slide, since Focus Punch won't be able to get off. Rock Slide I can soak, especially with a Reflect. Poliwrath is the problem. Is level cap of 100 only for the Mega Dimensions? Yes, I would assume that you can use items in the... Okay, this is all assumption, I will say. My assumption is that basically we are looking at the equivalent of Scadutree scaling from Shadow of the Erdtree. Essentially, you'll be able to use things in the Mega Dimension to go above level 100, but when you leave, you will lose those extra levels. And then when you go back into it, you'll get those levels back. You were thinking Fire Spin Lockdown. I think Reflect Headbutt is about as ideal a counter you can have to Focus Punch. Hold on. Bug resists fighting. Bug resists fighting, but Needle will definitely die to Rock Slide. Hold on. Okay. Okay. I think I see a play here. But it risks 2 of my Pokemon, but that Poliwrath genuinely scares me. But he has no way to remove status effects. If we open with Noctowl... No, Noctowl's got real bad defense. I think I have to risk Needle for the Toxic Spikes. I think I have to do that. Because we can definitely outlast Poliwrath if it's poisoned. We're going to need more potions, though. Okay. Noctowl is too likely to die to a single Rock Slide. And to be fair, if Primeape goes first, it probably kills... It probably kills Beedrill as well. I need to look at my levels. I need to look at my info here. Beedrill is base 75 speed. If it has no chance of pulling this off, I'm not going to bother trying. Primeape is base 95 speed. Okay, no. Okay. Okay. I have a plan. We are going to start with Annie, and we are going to go for body slams to try and stop Primeape. We are going to go for the paralyze. That's the plan. Yeah. Thanks. Yes. Okay, we need hyper potions. We're going to buy 10 of them. Alright. So the plan. Nidoqueen tries to paralyze Primeape. If I can paralyze Primeape, I try to bait it into using something that is not Rock Slide. Which I don't really know how I do. But I really want Needle to get off a layer of toxic spikes. I think that is the most consistently reliable way that I can win this. Or at least, I think it's the safest way that I can guarantee winning, where the only Pokemon I am really risking is Beedrill. And let's be perfectly honest, losing a Beedrill is not a significant issue. I don't know why I'm bothering to save. Here we go. Yeah. It's time. Okay. This is the big one. As I suspected, he opens with Double Team. We can get the TM or the HM for Fly after we beat this gym. Okay, as expected, he goes for Rock Slide. We flinched. So he's going for Evasion flinching. Losing only one of 5 Mons is a serious issue. I agree. Losing any one of these Pokemon would be a major loss. However, of all the major losses I could suffer, Beedrill would be the least important. So if a sacrifice has to be made, it is Beedrill. God damn this thing! Okay, if I have to, I will just sit here and PP drain your Rock Slides. I am not afraid to PP drain your Rock Slides. I will use my Queen to suck up all of your PP, and there isn't a goddamn thing you can do to stop me. Your PP is mine, Primeape. Look at you all pissed about it. Okay? Just say PowerPoints, please. No. We have to be efficient. That means we have to use short slides. We have to use shorter versions. Okay, he's down to... Okay, unfortunately, I killed it before I could lay down toxic spikes. After draining all of his PP. Okay. I am going to bank on him trying to surf here. I think 161 might be a prime. God damn you, Poliwrath! Okay. Do I live a focus punch? Do I live a focus punch? A focus punch crit definitely kills me from here. If I get a reflect off, I live a focus punch. I'm almost positive. But I don't know if I live a focus punch without reflect. Damn it. Beedrill definitely soaks a focus punch. Jesus. Okay, so he can counter with Surf. He can Surf or Body Slam. Whatever he is about to do, it's not going to be Focus Punch. I'm just going to have to risk it. We need Isotope not paralyzed. This might kill. No, that actually did very, very little. Okay. That did way less than I anticipated. We might be able to keep Needle alive for a couple of hits, so we can actually safely pivot. Okay, or one Body Slam takes off more than 2/3 of my health. That's another possibility. I might have to sacrifice Needle for the pivot. Is there a way we do this that doesn't sacrifice Needle for the pivot? I don't think we're going to outspeed. Hold on. What is Poliwrath's... What is Poliwrath's speed? Poliwrath's base speed is 70. And we have a base speed of 75. No, our fastest Pokemon by far is Eevee. Okay, I'm going to risk an EP switch. And I'm going to try for Hypnosis. Yes! Yes! That's the pivot we need. That's the one. Alright, Isotope, and hope it doesn't wake up this turn or next turn. God damn it. Okay. We are basically back where we were. For some stupid reason, it went for Surf. That is fine. We can get a Reflect. Okay, it is getting ready for Focus Punch. We survive Focus Punch after Reflect. I don't know if we survive a crit Focus Punch. Okay, we survive. We can live anything he does to us. So at this point, we can safely Headbutt. Magical Leaf is more effective, but Headbutt gives the chance of flinch, even if it's not trying to prepare. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, it outspeeds. That's fine then. Magic Leaf. I feel like Giga Drain would be really good in these runs. Yes! If we had access to Giga Drain, that would be fantastic. Okay, here it triggers Citrus Berry. Alright, we're going to heal, because Reflect is about to wear off. He also has 2 Hyper Potions. This is going to be a lengthy battle. And if we get paralyzed, we're in trouble. Okay, Reflect wore off. Go for Reflect. You have all seen by now that I play utterly haphazardly with my Nuzlocks. To a point that is probably genuinely frustrating. Can't Chikorita learn Giga Drain? Not at this level. Let's actually take a look. Bayleaf does not learn Giga Drain by leveling up. Nor does Meganium. Anyway, I hope what I am demonstrating at this point is that even though I play pretty fast and loose with my Nuzlocke, I have the ability to formulate complex multi-layered strategies with redundancies. The Giga Drain TM is not until Erica's Gym in Kanto, so not until after the first Elite Four. But more importantly, we have just beaten Chuck without a single loss on the team. And that means Badge 5 can now be displayed. We did it. Oh, by the way, somebody, if you guys can tell Noob... Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. The Shuckle's already nicknamed. Sorry. Noob will not get to name the Shuckle, but Noob does get to still name the next thing we come up with. That is the Focus Punch TM. We also now get the HM for Fly. Shuckle is basically going to be our hard pivot Pokemon. Shuckle is honestly one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. Stuck back in Sword and Shield, because it's not available in any of the newer games, I actually have 3 different Shuckles that I call Riz, Rez, and Raz. Rez uses a sleep hazard setting set. Raz is your basic, like, Trick Room power trick sweeper. And then the real tricker is Raz. Because what he is he has the hidden ability Contrary, which means that all of his stat changes are inverted. He runs Shell Smash. What that means is that Shell Smash reduces his attack and special attack, but sharply raises his defenses. After 3 Shell Smashes, that Pokemon is essentially impossible to kill in one hit, no matter what you do to him. And then he uses Infestation as his primary method of damage. Okay, yes. So, we still have a couple things to do here before we go back. First off, we take the Fly TM and we put it on Eepee. Perfect. Next thing, we need to check out that cave. We need to go see Suicune. Hello, Suicune. Alright, that is Special Suicune encounter number 1. Infestations? This is fiction. Nah, Infestation's great, because the chip damage is not affected by your attack stats. Alright, battle time. Okay, real talk, I forgot that you have to fight this guy. Uproar. Let's go for Uproar. Okay. There we go. Uproar worked. Uproar! Uproar! Okay. And then Confusion, and we're fine. Alright. The Mystery Man you've seen has been beaten. This guy will... Oh, I thought you were the Shuckler. You're not the Shuckler. What's wrong with you? Give me your Shuckles. Are you the Shuckler? Thank you. Yes. There we go. Our newest member of the team is Shucky. So let's look up the sprite for Shuckle. And for the first time this entire run, we now have a full team of 6 Pokemon. Yes, there is a soft lock prevention gift Pokemon. Okay, first thing, we are going to select... We're going to mark routes 40 and 41 to be saved. Cyanwood we can take off the list and mark that we got the Shuckle here. And we also got Goldeen out on route, what, like 42? Goldeen. Put that there, put that there. Mark it for my future purposes. Nice. I feel like your team will get wiped by an electric type. Annie is immune and, or not Annie. Yeah, Annie is immune, and then... What the hell's your name? Isotope resists. Now, if there was an ice electric type, we'd be in trouble. Okay. Of course, the only one of those is Rotom. Alright. So the real thing we have to worry about now is Jasmine, because I basically have nothing to counter Jasmine. She's got 2 level 30 Magnemites and a level 35 Steelix. How in the 9 hells do I deal with Jasmine? Then Ketchamon. I don't think there's really anywhere else I can go to capture a Pokemon that would actually help at this point. We could work our way toward Mahogany Town. Yeah, I think now is a good time to start looking at other places that we can catch things. Let's see. Soul Silver, New Barktown, Goodrod is still 60% chance Magikarp, 30% Tentacool, only 10% split between Chinchou and Shelder. Oh wait, we can't do New Bark because it's literally where we got our starter. Right. We could, however... potentially check out Route 27? Route 27... Okay, which is counted as Kanto. Route 27... In the morning... Doduo, Arbok, Raticate, Ponyta, and Dodrio. During the day, not much different. At night, however, 55% Quagsire, but I don't think we can actually hit any of the grass yet. But I do want to make sure I repel so that we don't accidentally run into anybody. Yep. We are in Kanto. I don't think it lets me do anything in here, though. Tojo Falls, however. Tojo Falls... walking is Raticate, Zubat, Golbat, Slowpoke, Rattata. Surfing is 30% chance Slowpoke. Goodrod is Magikarp, Goldeen. Honestly, going for the 30% surfing is worth checking out here in Tojo Falls. It's not going to get any better than that. So let's see if we get lucky for the Slowpoke. There we go. Burn off the repel. 30% for Slowpoke, otherwise it's a dead route. It is a Goldeen. Okay. So Tojo Falls has been checked. Nothing obtainable there. Okay. And Route 27, we are going to make sure we save to get that Quagsire. And once again, we have to repel on the way back, because we have to get back into Johto before we can fly in Johto, and we do not want to lose this route. Okay. I don't think we ever had an encounter in Cherry Grove. So, Cherry Grove, I think we're just going for Headbutt. Yeah. Now, I want my Pokemon with the highest defense in the leading slot, just in case we get a Pineco that tries to self-destruct again. So you're at 53, 34, 26, 58. Oh, yeah. What am I even asking highest defense? I have a freaking Shuckle. Alright, let's do this. What do we got? Okay, it is a Pineco. So, I do not trust this thing. I'm just gonna throw balls at it. Okay, we have captured a Pineco. Noob, it is time for you to name a Pokemon, specifically a Pineco. That is Pineco. Label it. What is the name of our Pineco? Is the next game or us? Yes. Alpha Sapphire will be the next game. Are the honey trees their own check? No, it's just a check by location. And Heart Gold, Soul Silver don't have the honey trees anyway. Male Pineco is honestly pretty good to have. And while we get the name for that, I am going to go ahead and grab some sprites to future-proof a little bit. And four at Tress. Here we go. Yep, Noob, it is your turn. You get to name the Pineco. Exp Apple. Like that, XP Apple? Say hello to XP Apple, the first Pokemon in this game to successfully live long enough to go into the PC. Honestly, it might be worth... It might be worth seeing if I can hit Mahogany Town. Short for Exploding Apple. I like it. Can we try the Safari Zone? No, we cannot. We do not have access to Kanto's Safari Zone, and Johto's Safari Zone is not open yet. Okay. When does Johto's Safari Zone open? I don't actually know off the top of my head. Here we go. This is Suicune 2 encounter. Hold on. Does Yucine fight us again here? And if he does, how bad is it? Because if he does fight us again here, I don't know if I want to fight him here. No. Okay, it's only the one fight. So we are safe to get this. Yes, you do have to beat the league to go to Kanto. 8 badges, Pokemon League, Kanto, and then Red. Alright, there goes Suicune. Cool. Yeah. You had a whole bunch of important stuff to say. But hold on, I see a ball. And as we have previously established, one of my secondary objectives in this adventure is to make sure that we successfully deball the Johto region. We are here to castrate as much as we can. We are here to remove the balls. We're here to kill the Voltorbs, kill the Electrodes, get the Apricorns off the trees, grab items off the ground. We're going to make sure all the balls are gone. Will you fight Red? Yes. The final challenge of the run will be the battle against Red. But we're also going to rare candy up to Red's level before we fight him, which is genuinely going to make the whole thing a lot easier. Since typically you're going to be fighting him at a much lower level than he is. Just bypass you. Bypass you. Okay, we have now reached Mahogany Town. Let's check the location. Mahogany Town has no listed encounters whatsoever. So we're just going to take that off the list completely. The first Pokemon Red sends out is a level, I want to say 88 Pikachu. I might be a little off on that, but yeah, it's bad. It's real bad. Okay, we got that. Is the second region off limits? We can't get there until we've cleared the 8 gems and can use Waterfall. Okay, here is the important one. Route 43. Route 43. Morning encounters include Flaffy, Girafarig, Pidgeotto, Mareep, and Venonat. Day encounters include Flaffy, Girafarig, Pidgeotto, and Mareep. Night encounters are Flaffy, Girafarig, Noctowl, Venonat, and Mareep. The best chances of new Pokemon are at night, 30% Girafarig, 15% Venonat. Never mind, because Venonat and Venomoth are already locked. Good Rod, though, is 40% Poliwag. Super Rod, on the other hand, is basically a guaranteed Poliwag. Okay. Chat, I'm going to let you decide. Do we go for the 30% chance of a Girafarig right now? Or do we wait until we have the Super Rod, at which point this route's going to be 93% Poliwag? What are your selections? Noob vote Super Rod. Good tea. We have enough water types as it is. Yes, but this will be... Okay, we've got 2 votes. We've got 2 votes out of the 3 people here. So, Super Rod it is. I'm going to mark Route 43, save for Super Rod. And that means that my next task is to make sure I don't get any encounters on this route. Hey, Team Rocket. Yeah. Toll's fine. I thought Shuckle was a water type. Nope, Shuckle is Bug Rock. Okay. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, Lake of Rage encounters. Let's take a look at my options here at Lake of Rage. The headbutts are... Well, Execute's the only one that's new. We can't go Magikarp and Gyarados. We used those last time. It looks like Headbutt is the only option at Lake of Rage. So it's basically hoping we get an Execute. I'm beginning to think no one lives in that tree. Well, maybe someone lives in this tree. How dare you not live in that tree? There we go. Okay, Hoothoot. So, Lake of Rage is locked out. Yes, I know there's a shiny Gyarados. But we had Magikarp on the last Nuzlocke. We are locked out of Gyarados. Well, okay then. As far as I know, that is... I thought Shiny went Pat. Hold on. You're actually right. Per the rules as written, the red Shiny Gyarados could be caught. I think that's cheap, though, since it's a guaranteed Shiny. I don't think a guaranteed Shiny has to... I just don't feel... I feel it is a violation of my integrity to use a guaranteed shiny to bypass the lockout rule. I don't feel right about doing that. So I'm actually going to amend Rule 11 right now. It will now read, any shiny Pokemon... You should have specified in the rules. I'm refining the rules right now. Can be got regardless of other circumstances or rules, excluding the guaranteed red Gyarados. Okay. Rule 11 was just amended. It was never my intention that the shiny Gyarados would be obtainable. I never intended that. So, nothing has changed from how I intended to play this. It's merely something that I forgot to clarify. But, every single one of you, every one of you gets big points for pointing that out. Because as the rules were written, without my clarification, you were 100% correct. You identified a loophole that I had not intended. And you absolutely deserve kudos for that. But for a Pokemon as strong as Gyarados and being guaranteed, I don't feel right about doing it. Any other loopholes, though, you guys recognize? Unless it's something blatantly, obviously stupid, any other loopholes you guys can identify in the rules, we will leave in. That one, though, that was genuinely a failure of me to clarify what it was supposed to be. I had forgotten to clarify story shinies. Would shiny hunting be a loophole? No. In the absolute worst of circumstances, it would be entirely fair for me to stand around triggering encounters until we actually got a full odds shiny in order to progress the game. That would be allowed. Which is why I pray to all the merciful gods above and the demons below that I do not find myself in that circumstance. I have never in my life done full odds shiny hunting, and I do not have any particular interest in starting. And yet, if the rules say that's the only way to proceed, then that's going to be the only way to proceed. Okay. There we go. I want this ball. There, we have successfully removed another ball from the world. Hey, I have medicine for your Ampharos. Cool. Nice. So, I genuinely think that Annie might be the play here. There's not too much... Oh, nope. Okay, Safari Zone. Safari Zone. Safari Zone's open. Never mind. Screw that. Safari Zone is open. Okay. This is huge. Safari Zone, Safari Zone, Safari Zone, Safari Zone. Another chance for Magnemite? I'm not sure. Route 47. Route 47 in the morning has chances of Ditto, Farfetch, Miltank, Raticate, Spearow, Gloom, and Fearow. Pretty much the same during the day. Pretty similar at night. I don't think we can actually access the grass here yet, though. My god. Do you all see this? It's a Gen 2 Pokemon. My god, I never thought I'd see the day. Alright, we beat up a man. We're heroes. Cliff Cave is also another location. Honestly, I wouldn't mind letting good old Isotope have a chance here. Skip Bloom! Headbutt. So, if we can find and access the grass here, that is fair. Cliff Cave is also a new location. Holy freaking hell. Okay. That is a lot of Pokemon that could be here. Okay, hold on. What's the difference between the day and night? Night have higher chances of Golbat. They also lose the chances for Wooper and Quagsire. Okay. Second floor and third floor look to be pretty much the same. So, we are going to go for a basic encounter. Alright, can we access any grass from this route? I don't think we can until the Kanto area becomes available. Yeah, I think it's like up at the waterfall or something. But we can definitely mark Route 47 for future use. Hello. It looked like there's a double battle up there. Isotope and Eepee is a good team. Alright, let's do this. Okay, Oh, you absolute ass! Magmar protected. And Electabuzz... Okay, it literally already has Flamethrower. What the freaking hell? We are in trouble here. Okay. Surf might be one of my only options here. We really need that paralysis off of Annie. Oh my god, I hate you, Magmar! I think we just lost Undyne. I didn't actually expect it to have Thunderbolt. Okay, that is actually an extremely major problem. That could genuinely be a run-ending error. I didn't expect a freaking Electabuzz and Magmar combo here. Shit. I feel like Perish Song would be useful. Yes, I do not have it. Can you still learn Surf and Waterfall? I don't know. Shuckle's dead. And Annie got burned. Okay. Okay, if the pattern holds, Magmar is going to use Protect again this turn. Don't wipe out. Do you have a suggestion? Aubrey, once again, Shuckle is not a water type. Okay, it actually didn't go for it. Load. No. Sometimes your Nuzlocks fail. That's the nature of a Nuzlocke. Okay. So the biggest thing it has is Thunderbolt, which I really don't need to worry about. It is simply the nature of a Nuzlocke. Sometimes they fail. You know, weirdly enough, that shiny Gyarados can learn Waterfall and Whirlpool. Just saying. Perhaps I was premature in changing my rules. Okay, so that was absolute bullshit. Wait, no, because I can get I can get Dratini. I can get Dratini. I'm guaranteed a Dratini, so all I really need is something that can get hold on. Because I'm almost completely sure that Dratini can learn Water. Yes, okay. So who can learn Whirlpool? Whirlpool can be learned. Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen can learn Whirlpool. We're fine. Alright, we're still live. Can you catch the Dratini? It's a gift Pokemon in the Dragon's Den. So, it's a guaranteed acquire, and it can learn Waterfall. And then Nidoqueen can learn Whirlpool, so we're actually still completely live with access to all HMs. Which means that, as much as that sucked, this run is still live. Unfortunately, however, I am afraid that Undyne is no longer the Undying. Also, this Pokemon, which is literally not ours, and was entrusted to our care by someone who is genuinely concerned for its well-being, is getting thrown away. So I guess that's his problem now. That might genuinely be one of the more evil things I have ever done in a Pokemon game. Hi. Alright, so Run is still alive. It is literally thanks to Nidoqueen. Oh, that was bullshit. That was absolute bullshit. Okay, there is another double battle team on the route. They have an Onix and a Cloyster. Freaking Onix and Cloyster. Literally everything on my team is weak against Aurora Beam. Oh, that is infuriating. Okay. But slot 5 gets to be the Pineco for now. Take the filter off of it. There we go. Onix is not the problem. The problem is the Cloyster. Cloyster is the problem because this one has Aurora Beam. And I really don't have much that's going to be able to counter an Aurora Beam. I could risk it, though. I feel like we need to shiny hunt Marie. I don't think that's necessary. Shiny hunting a specific Pokemon will only be the last resort. Okay, here is the Cliff Cave encounter. It is an Onix, which I do not believe... Nope, Onix is locked. Okay, Onix is a locked Pokemon. Cliff Cave has been locked out. Remember when I first presented my Nuzlocke rules and certain people thought, you know, maybe it was a little too easy, maybe it wasn't hardcore enough? I hope that that opinion has changed. Okay, do I risk it? We definitely put Annie in first slot. We do have a lot of special defense. Everything on the whole team is weak to ice. So that Cloyster is the problem. It is only level 22. So we do have nearly 50% more levels than it does. I think... Get me Thunderbolt. Game Corner. Hold on. Okay. The problem... The problem is that takes 10,000 coins. Also, there's no way to pay for coins. I mean, do you guys want to sit here and watch me play Voltorb Flip for the next 4 streams? Because that's basically how this would go. Is this legitimately the direction we're going with the stream today? Is this genuinely the direction? 10 minutes? Bullshit, it'll be 10 minutes. Absolute bullshit, it's gonna be 10 minutes. You would much prefer a shiny hunt stream. If there is one thing I have learned about chatters from my years, it literally predicts the RNG. You can't input that many commands in 10 minutes to get 10,000 coins. It's not a matter of not having the answer, it's a matter of the physical limitation. But sure, go ahead and provide the tool. Alright. Alright, look up. Alright. As soon as I give my first input, we will put a timer up. I think. Well, I have no idea how to set up a timer, but we will mark the time and we will see what's going on 10 minutes later. Okay, Volt, Orb, Flip, Solver. Okay. Input the point and tell. Okay. So, I am going to show this tool. Alright, this is the tool we are using. So, as soon as I input my first piece of information into the flipper, the timer begins. And wrong tool. Okay, fine, then we won't use that one. We will go to the Scotty one. By the way, I'm counting this against the time. Head to Goldenrod, enter the game corner. Once you're in the game corner, position yourself right in front. Alright. This is the one we're running now. Synchronize your clock. The time you see below and the time of your DS must be within about a minute of each other. Are you fucking kidding me? Well, weirdly enough, I'm actually within a minute of that. Oh, no, this is... Okay, no, this is a live clock. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's fine. Emulator. Warning! Caution! Video games is a serious crime! Blah, 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 blah. Immediately start Voltard Flip. If you're too late, you will have to restart from this step. 2. Voltard Flip starts. You should see the message, play Voltard Flip level 1. Tap quit on the bottom right immediately. Don't flip any tiles. If you do, restart from the beginning of this step. When the message, "Are you sure when to quit?" appears, tap yes. Input the board from the game onto this website. Put 0 for a Voltorb. For all the other tiles, input the number. You must do this somewhat quickly, within at most 2 minutes. So, this is gonna take 10 minutes, huh? Alright! Well, you were very confident that this would take 10 minutes. So apparently this calculator is going to be so good that it is actually going to only cause this to take 10 minutes. Alright, so we're going to quit. We're going to make sure I finish reading the directions, and then we're going to go in. I did it in 10 minutes. If you can't, skill issue. My initial reaction is once again to call bullshit. Once you've entered all the numbers from the board, press the run button. Okay. Press on the run. What you see now is the next board. In the next game, tap the highlighted tiles, tap the 1 tiles first. Okay. So, put 0 for a Voltorb. For all the other tiles, input the number. Okay, we're going to zoom that out a bit. Here we go. Okay, play. Quit. Yes, quit. Okay. That is 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 3, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 3, run. Okay. Cool. Yes. Alright, let's play. Oops. Alright, I pressed the wrong button there. That one was on me. We're not gonna hold that against it. Okay. Whoops. Damn it. Okay. Yes. Flip. Alright. Start the timer now. 1, 1, 1, 1. 3. 1, 1, 1, 1. 3. Voltorb. Voltorb. 3, 1. 1. Next row, 0. 3. No, 3. 0. 1. 0. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, run. Okay, no, I input it wrong. Okay, never mind. We'll have to start it again. Okay, it really does not like when you input an invalid number. Again, we're not going to hold that against it, though. We're going to manually clear every box, because having not manually cleared every box ate up a fair bit of time correcting it. Okay, it is now 10:21. When the clock hits 10:22, I will begin, and we will see what you can actually do in 10 minutes. Do. Because I think it's absolute bullshit that we can get a Thunderbolt TM in 10 minutes using this tool. Tap the 1 tiles first. Okay. Alright, it is now 10:22. Go, 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 go. Yes, play. Okay. Quit. Yes, that's fine. Okay. 1, 0, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. Damn it. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay. And 1, 0, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Run. Okay. And play. It is running the code. Okay, so that is a 1. That is a 1. That's 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 a 1. Okay, this is inaccurate to the board I am seeing. The tool did not provide me the answer I needed. But luckily, we know that this will definitely be done in 10 minutes. So let's clear the board, which means I have to manually clear out all of these numbers again. Surely I can just refresh the page. Nope, it keeps them all saved. Clearing out the board. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Yes, play, quit, stop. Okay, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 1, 3, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1. Run it. Okay, it's searching, searching, searching. Running. No seed found. It says no seed found. So, what did I input wrong? 1's across the top. 0, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 1, 3, 1, 0, 2, 1. 3, 1, 0, 2, 1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0, 1. Okay, we have to soft reset the entire game, huh? I'm glad that we're doing this. I'm glad that we're making sure that we are definitely going to get this done in 10 minutes. Okay, reset. Alright, go, 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 go. I think it would be faster to get a shiny Pokemon. No chance in hell. You were talking about 1 in 8,000. Okay, we're gonna move this back over here. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 0. Okay. No seed found. Try resetting the game. 0. Enter. Run. Come on. No seed found. Okay. 2 and 1s across the top. That is 2 and 1s across the top. 1, 2, 1, 0, 0. 1, 2, 1, 0, 0. That is accurate. 1, 0, 1, 1, 2. 1, 0, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 2, 1, 0. 1, 2, 2, 1, 0. 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. This was the correct information entered on a new attempt, and it has provided no answer. So, I guess let's go ahead and save, soft reset, and try again. Annie, you seem to be much more familiar with this tool, so why don't I trust you to enter the information? If you can go ahead and enter the information, I will trust your expertise on this more than my inability to get it done, if that's okay with you. I'm in a different time zone. Ah. Great. Okay. Well, we're going to shut it down. We are going to open it. What am I missing? First off, let's make sure we clear all of these spots so that we can have real quick data entry. Annie, I want you to watch and see if you can identify where I am making an error. Okay. All right, let's go. Okay, yes, we want to play. Quit. Yep, quit. Okay, 2011. 2 0 1 1 1. 2 1 1 1 0. 2 1 1 1 0. 0 1 1 0 1. 0 1 1 0 1. 0 0 1 2 1. 0 0 1 2 1. And final row 1 1 or 1 2 1 1 3. 1 2 1 1 3. 1 2 1 1 3. Run. Okay, we are now running it. It's searching. Searching. No seed found. Please reset the game and try again. Okay. That is 3 failures in a row. Can you point out my error? because that looks pretty accurate to me. Yep, that is an exact match. Maybe you took too long. That was... I'm not going to be doing it faster than I just did. Like, maybe at most I could shave off 10 seconds. But it was definitely less than 2 minutes of time. As far as I am concerned, that method is simply not viable for my purposes. So instead, I am going to use the wrong one. That is 4 and 2. That is 8 and 0. This is 5 and 2. 4 and 2, 5 and 0, 5 and 1, and 6 and 1. Solve. Okay. Oh, right. No, we need to do this on a new one. Whoops. That's my mistake. Okay, reset. So 3 and 2, 5 and 0, 7 and 1, 4 and 1, 5 and 2. See, I think this is just a better tool overall. This is actually a tool that I've used before, and the reason I prefer it is because it is a step-by-step solver. It doesn't calculate every possible thing in order to give you the immediate answer, the one and only true answer. Instead, it takes you step by step in order to solve the flipping. So that one was a 2. Which means that this is another 2. Which means this one is definitely not a Voltorb, so that's a 2. So we can let the thing know that that's a 2. So now we know this one is either a 2 or a 1. So this one was a 2. So this one is also a 2. You found all the hidden 3 and 2 cards. There we go. Game clear. We got 32 coins. Advanced to game 2. Yeah, alright. How's that for a solution? Reset. And that is why I use this calculator instead of the other one. Seven and 1, 5 and 1, 4 and 2, 5 and 1, and 4 and 2. It will fail you just as you have failed the other calculator. I don't think that's accurate. That slot is a 2. So now we know that this one is either a 2 or a 1. That one is a 1. So now this one is either a 2 or a 1. It's a 1. So now this one is either a 2 or a 1. It's a 1. which means that this one is a 3. So this one is either a 1 or a 2. It's a 1. Which means this one is either a 2 or a 1. And it was a 2. That one is a 3. It's a 19% chance. 19% is worth gambling on. Okay, it's a 2. 31% chance that it is a Voltorb. Meh. It was. I told you this tool sucks. But it's giving me answers. It's going to take less time than getting the other tool to work. Let's see. That is 5 and 0. All it takes is more patience. And I've got all the patience I need. 4 and 3, 4 and 1. Besides, the last one was just a rough seed. This is going to be a lot better. This is 3 and 2. That is 7 and 0. And this is 6 and 1. God damn it! God damn it! Cole, you're absolutely right. What the fuck are we even doing? We have access to save states! Oh my god, I am dumb. Cole, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. That's a 2, that's a 1. Okay, so the other 3 of these are all Voltorbs, which means nothing else in this row is a Voltorb. And so if these 3 are Voltorbs, this one has 0 Voltorbs, so we know that's safe. We know that's safe. And okay. Now we start flipping. Okay. Not that one. Oh, wait, no. We already know that's a Voltorb. We are locked out of all waterfall users. No, we are not. We get a gift Dratini. We get a gift Dratini in Dragon's Den. Yes, it is Minesweeper. There we go. Just let it reveal all the locations. Okay. Cool. So if that Dratini dies, the run is over. Not necessarily. Okay. We got that one. We know this one's safe. And 3, so all of those are Voltorb. So there's exactly 1 non-Voltorb card left on this board. There we go. Okay. So, good news, everybody. We only need 10,000 coins before we can afford the TM for Thunderbolt. But I am going to be merciful. Because I never had any intention of actually getting 10,000 coins doing that. Okay. Instead, we are just going to close that. Whoops. Where is my hex? Hex. There we go. Okay, let's open the save for Soul Silver. We are just going to, at this point, take it as a given that we played that using save states until we had 10,000 coins. Okay, we're just going to accept that. So we, in fact, have 10,000 coins. I think it is completely fair to cheat like this in a situation where success is guaranteed, but would take an absurd length of time. And winning the Minesweeper game over and over and over and over is a situation where success would be guaranteed. Why not 100,000? Because I am not doing this again. This is a one-time cheat that we are doing. Okay, we don't want you. Yes, you can get Mons from this, but we are not going to. Mainly because if we don't, then potentially we can come back here to Goldenrod and maybe get something that'll actually be useful. Anyway, here is Thunderbolt, which Annie can learn. So we will replace Body Slam. But yeah, we could potentially get Sandshrew, Abra, or Dratini. We're already guaranteed. Alright. Now, we can do what we were previously doing, and we can try to reach the Safari Zone in order to get a Pokemon. We now have an answer to Cloyster. The problem is that Cloyster has Protect. So we don't know if it's going to start with Protect or not. Does Cloyster outspeed? No. Cloyster definitely does not outspeed Nidoqueen. And even so, I'm pretty sure we can soak the Aurora Beam from a level 22 Cloyster regardless. I don't think even a crit manages to kill Nidoqueen or Bayleaf when they are at level 31. Alright, here we go. Let's do it. Alright, Thunderbolt on Cloyster, Magical Leaf on Onix. Alright. So, everything we have done for the last, 25 minutes was to kill that Cloyster. Okay, the fight has been cleared. We have now reached Route 48. So, what is there on Route 48? Route 48, 48, 48, Route 48... has some absolutely fantastic encounters. But... no, actually, with the levels, I think this one is just grass. Okay. Whoever's turn it is to name something, you might be naming something. Nope, it is a Gloom, and the Gloom line is locked out. Route 48 is dead. Well, that was exciting. Okay, Safari Zone Gate. Is there any headbutting at the Safari Zone Gate? There is headbutting at the Safari Zone Gate. Execute! That's new! That's new! Okay, who gets to name this one? Rock Smash definitely doesn't kill. Alright, that's fine. No, this is not Safari Zone. This is Safari Zone Gate. Okay, Leech Seed is a problem. Let's try Eepee. Let's just go for Hypnosis. And I'm really worried that Cut might kill. Ah, screw it. Take the gamble. Yes, Cole, I'm sure you want the Magnemite. Okay. Alright, we have captured the Execute. What is the name of our Execute? Flowey. Okay. You can always tell people's particular areas of interest by the nicknames they suggest. First, we remove the color correction from slot 6. We change slot 6 to Execute. Oh, crap. My face disappeared. Okay, my face has not been there for some time. There we go. Alright, my head came back. Noob, I have not seen enough of your suggestions to really tell what your particular area of focus is. Okay, so the series of eggs is now called Flowey. Cole, yours is just Magnemite. Like, that's it. That is your primary obsession. Okay, Safari Zone. Yes, 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 yes. So, unfortunately, this guy forces me to capture a Geodude. Yeah. So, unfortunately, we don't get to customize the Safari Zone before we can use it. We are just forced into this. Don't count that. It is a forced object. Look, the way this in Safari Zone works in this game is that you can basically, like, shift it around. You can basically shift around a map of the Safari Zone. So, let's take a look at the Safari Zone mechanics, and without being able to rearrange it, we are going to have to pick what it is that we actually want to find. Okay, the plains. Oh, nope. Stop speeding up. The plains can have Rattata, Abra, Girafarig, or Smeargle. The meadow can have Jigglypuff, Sunkern, Hoppip, or Skiploom, or Meryl, Wooper, and Clefairy at night. The Savannah could have Nidoran, Male, Tauros, or Rhyhorn. That's really good. The Peak could have Magnemite. So, Cole, I'm assuming that your demand is for Magnemite on the Peak. Am I correct? No, it's not one through biome, it's one for the entire location. And Cole has made the decision. So we are going to try to satisfy Cole's completely unsatisfiable obsession with Magnemite by trying to capture a Magnemite. And it is a Geodude. The Safari Zone is dead. And since we've used the Geodude line previously, we cannot capture this either. Alright. Well, that was fun. Anyway, we still have the problem of Jasmine. Don't count forced encounter. That's not a forced encounter. The only thing that's forced about it is that we would have had to catch a Geodude in order to gain the ability to move the Safari Zone pieces around. All of the encounters in the Safari Zone areas were still available. We just didn't have the ability to customize the layout yet. Isn't it guaranteed Geodude? You know what? Let's go find out. If it is, in fact, completely forced and unavoidable, we're going to give it 10 encounters. Nope, it is not a forced Geodude. That was completely legit. Not guaranteed whatsoever. Not to mention, we could have gone to any of the other biomes. And the other biomes would have had consistently higher chances of giving us new Pokemon. But we don't get that. Anyway, back to figuring out how the hell we deal with Jasmine. Admittedly, we do have some extra power on our team. 99% of trainer quit before getting the Magnemite. Every time you mention Magnemite, it makes me less interested in having a Magnemite. Okay, we have reached Jasmine. So to recap, she's got a level 30 Magnemite. She has two identical level 30 Magnemites. They have Thunderbolt, Sonic Boom, Supersonic, and Thunder Wave. And then her ace is a level 35 Steelix with a Citrus Berry. It has Iron Tail, Rock Throw, Sandstorm, and Screech. She also has 2 Hyper Potions. Isn't Magnemite only spawn after you move stuff around? Who knows? We'll never know the truth. And we had no ability to interact with that zone further without catching a Geodude, which we can't do. So it was all down to that first random catch. And that first random catch gave us nothing. Anywho, let's bring the whole team up to level 35. Sweet Scent, no. But we do get a Meganium. All right, our starter survived long enough to fully evolve. Ooh. Okay, okay. Pedal Dance? Super risky, but very powerful. Actually, a great counter to Steelix. Alright, moving on. More levels. No, we don't want Sweet Scent. I want my Meganium to smell terrible. Stun Spore on Flowey is actually super good. I'll take that over Hypnosis. Yeah, Magnemites would be a lot easier to guarantee in later games, to be honest. Yeah, you can go ahead and send me your regional Sarina. Confusion, that's pretty good. Worry Seed, no. Come to think of it, we can go grab a Leaf Stone to evolve Flowey, can't we? Or are those... Okay, Air Slash, hell yes. Or are Grass Stones only available... I don't know, can we buy Leaf Stones at the Goldenrod department store? I can't remember. Assurance... Actually, no. Assurance... it's actually going to be more useful than Pursuit. Alright, and now we need 32 levels for the Exploding Apple. Keep going. Take down, better than tackle. Keep going. Rapid spin. Why the hell not? Keep going. Just 35 or 15 more levels. We are going to call it for today's stream after we beat Jasmine. Today was definitely and by far the most haphazard of everything. There was a lot of locations that were unlocked. There were a lot of things we could potentially do. Sure. Better payback than Rapid Spin. Alright, we also have Fortress, so slot 5 can upgrade right away. Yeah, this was a rough day. But we are legitimately leaving this, like, in an absolutely fantastic position, honestly. I still want to leave Self-Destruct, just in case the day ever becomes necessary to explode the apple for victory. Okay. That takes care of that. I do genuinely want to find out if I can access a Leaf Stone. Because having an Executor would be, like, really, really helpful. TM Corner... But I don't know if the Goldenrod department store sells any stones. Hello. It might only be available from the, Pokeathlon Dome. Nope. Okay, I don't think we can get any stones here. Where could I potentially access a leaf stone? Locations in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Come in first in the bug catching contest. I can't do that. Viridian Forest. Yeah, Viridian Forest or the Pokeathlon Dome. So, I will just have to grind the Pokeathlon Dome again in order to get a leaf stone before the next stream. Okay. This is it. This is the final flight of today's stream. The battle against Jasmine. The gym leader who is legitimately strong enough that it could be a major threat. Well, this is all we have to work with. Let's go for it. We started today's stream with 3 badges. Let's end it with 6. Hello, Magnemite. I don't have to worry about your Thunderbolts or Thunder Waves. Double kick. Okay. First Magnemite down. Alright, she is going straight into Steelix. Honestly, Surf is best play here. Okay, so Steelix is a 2-hit KO from Surfs. And it doesn't matter if your Iron Tail crits, it's not gonna kill me. Good job, Annie. Okay. Double kick. Double kick does not kill unless it crits. Okay, you go for Sonic Boom, that's 20 damage. Do you go for your Hyper Potion? Yes, you do. And there's Hyper Potion. Jasmine has no more Hyper Potions. Okay. Jasmine has been defeated, and we can once again update our badges with Badge 6. The Mineral Badge. All right. That is a glorious success. Okay, today's stream was definitely, shall we say, an experience. But we actually did really, really, really well. I mean, this is fantastic. We even got that execute, which was back at the Safari Zone gate. Make sure I make a proper note of that. We are quickly running out of locations in Johto. Hey, Quill, want to know something? Sure. We did it! Oh, boy. That was one hell of an experience. Nidoqueen can learn Surf. Yes, Nidoqueen already has Surf. Hello, Eddie, and welcome to the stream. When I joined the stream, I started my assignment and just finished it as the stream is about to end. That's great. I wonder... You know what? Let's just go ahead and take out the red Gyarados real fast. I mean, Nidoqueen has Thunderbolt, so not a problem. As we previously established, we're locked out of Gyarados because we used it in the previous Nuzlocke. And even though it is shiny, since it is a story shiny, a guaranteed shiny, we are excluding it from the shiny clause, which I think is fair. And I think it'll make a great final act for the stream today. Whoop. Cool. Hello. Hi, Gyarados. How's it going? A pleasure to meet you. I have a friend I'd like to introduce you to. His name is Total Annihilation. Goodbye, Gyarados. Nice. Okay. Nice. Hey, Lance, what's up? Yes, of course. What every good Dragonite says. Gyafuha! Yep, okay. Hey, Lance, what's up? Alright, and that is it for today. Next week, we're going to be back here again to continue the Soul Silver Nuzlocke, which I'm actually feeling a lot more positive about at the end of today. Things went quite well. We are now up to 6 of our badges. As long as we don't lose Nidoqueen, we do have a Whirlpool user. And the Dragon's Den Gift Dratini is a guaranteed Waterfall user. So, as of now, everything is completely on track, and we have access to everything that we might need. hopefully that will continue to be the case. I'll be streaming again tomorrow morning. It'll be the regular RPG Maker stream as we continue to work on Act 3 of the game. And be sure to be back next week for more moderately competent Pokemon time. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm glad you got to be here today. I'm glad we were able to work together to actually figure some stuff out, because this was a rough day. Yep, I think that's all I have time to say. It is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Whoa, 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 whoa.